Hi. Whoa. What? How does it randomly choose not to have anything on a list? What? What? Lizard. Oh, okay. I wonder what clip it was. I just got here. Hi, casual. Welcome in. I don't know what the clip was of. Something about a list. And something randomly choosing not to have anything on that list. Can it decide to choose for there to not be a battle? The battle system? No, that's not an available option. I mean, I could make it so that it could do that, but that would be really weird for the battle screen to open and there to be, and then you just win, and then the battle scene closes again. I think as a player, I would not like that. I would think that's weird and make me think that something's broken. What was the clip of? No one's telling me what the clip is of. I'm so in the dark about this. Okay, so this is what we got yesterday, or day before. Something about okay, there was a Mario Maker thing. I'm gonna have to, okay, talking about some code. I'll have to look at that and figure out what we were talking about. Who knows what video game we were discussing at the time. We need to make Scene B tonight. It's completely out of context. Perfect. All right. Let's do it. Let's make B. B scene. Go. There it is. There's B. Obviously that's not the complete B, but it's the idea of B. All right. So we're going to get no walkway. Hide these shipping containers. Get rid of this wall. Hide some barrels for now. Hide a fence. What's the biggest thing that has happened since you've been missing? We made this entire room, and now I'm deleting it. Get rid of the decor. Enemies. The right wall. The right wall may yet remain. Okay, tab right. This is going to C left. And it is, and this one over here is going to A right. And it's going to be angled differently and in a different position, and I don't know where it's going to be exactly. It's going to be somewhere. Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it later. All these invisible walls, we can delete those because we don't know what this place is going to look like, so it is not the time for invisible walls. That's a good point. You do need sleep. Get rid of this grass. They're doing okay. They've definitely been worse. A song. Holy casual, you are fishing hard. Scrolling. That's not it. That's not it at all. No, that's not it. How did it jump so far? There we go. No, that's not it. There was a song. There we go. There we go, some fun little bossy music, some catchy tunes. Okay, that right wall can go for now. We don't need that. There will be enemies, but we don't know where yet. Backdrop, not sure. I am gonna steal some of this backdrop. He's fishing boo. Yeah, we may steal some of that backdrop for this area. For part of this area, not the whole thing. Okay. Geometry-wise, let's figure out the geometry of this level. Typically, there's not going to be 26 rooms in one chapter, with the exception of like prologue, which I'm giving more memorable names. Chapter 1 is fairly linear, so I thought it best to just do things alphabetically to keep in mind which one is which. Chapter 1 is just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but there is a G2 for the little waterfall hidden room. Because you gotta have a little hidden room behind the waterfall. Okay. What is this room? Oh, I made some models. Let's just say, let's just put these in chapter B. Specifically, I made two models. Yeah, this is a transitionary zone, but I need it to perform a few tasks. Look at this lovely pipe here. There we go. Very well casual. Made a nice little concrete tube. It just needs a nice concrete-y texture to it. I'll see what we've got for that. Let's just throw it in. Test. Let's make a scene out of this. Not an inherited scene. Because we need a static body with it. And then the tube under that. And then the tube, we can grab no, we don't want to do a full collision shape. We want to do just a simple cylinder. Just a simple cylinder shape. And then just size it up right. Get this to be more centered. Yep. Right around that big. Perfect collide. It's not perfect, but it's perfect enough. Welcome back, Rage. I could do this as a oh wait, no. Cylinder, that'd have to be conical. That's fine. See, it's a little weird this way. Let's make it slightly smaller then. Let's make it slightly smaller. Get it like right around there. And then have an extra collision for this zone over here. Well, thank you for the lurk. I hope you have a wonderful lurk. Need to make that unique. Bring it in. Bring it in, bring it in. Bring it out, bring it out. There we go. Give us just a little bit, a little something there. Not sure if that'll even make a difference. Okay, as for the texture, I think I have some very generic textures I can use. If I just throw the right, not that one. Throw the right albedo on it. Actually, this one's pretty good, but it's too dark. No, that one does no albedo. That one may be good if we scale it up enough. That's not gonna work. Maybe the white brick. No, I don't like that. Obviously not. I meant more maybe if we zoom in on it enough or something. Lizard party! Turtle, thank you for that lizard party. Gosh, I love a good lizard party. That looks pretty good, actually. That looks pretty good. If I could just give it a little bit more. If I could just give it a little bit of this. There we go. That's more like it. It's kind of halfway between that and the other. That's more what we're looking for. We'll be adding graffiti to it. Maybe we will. We can do that. We have the technology. All right. So now that we have created this, let's throw one of these tubes down. It could be like this. Like, it doesn't have to be all above ground. Oh, I'm on cat, aren't I? Some puddles of water, perhaps. Could do a little bit of something. Okay, good. You just kind of roll off the top there. Yeah, it's small enough that we can just go over that little bump. You know all these songs, Casual. Okay, so for your consideration, this area could be kind of a bit of just junk lying around, like these big concrete tubes, non-functional, that you can just practice jumping between. But one of them you actually do need to make the jump. And I'd like for there to be some kind of turn a gear puzzle. My original thought was something teetering on one of these. For instance, shipping container. Don't ask how. Don't ask how. It's a bit big, admittedly. part of the tutorial, or is this still the puzzle level? There's not really a puzzle level in the game. There's not really levels in the game.
Oh look, it's Dobbs. You know, the other day it was snowing really hard. Can you believe it? After the snow, I saw a gecko doing magic and trying to make it snow again. What a jerk, am I right? Basically what I'm saying is, the snow was caused by a blizzard wizard lizard.
Slip, 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 slip. Shop, 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 shop. Maybe something like this. This is 100% no longer in the tutorial phase of the game, though. This is, well, tutorial is very gray area. I don't think them being in the container will make it rock, but I want the idea to be that there's something you can do that makes it shift over so that you can walk through it to get up somewhere high and jump out onto a platform that's normally too high for you to reach. Something inflating, perhaps an inflatable thing. That would be... Would it make more sense for there to be, like, junk piled up under one side? And that by using your gear, you kind of collapse the pile and it falls over. So far, let me turn this music down a little bit. So far in the game, Chapter 0, the prologue, you are going to have a forced tutorial after your first combat where you will learn, hey, you can spin your robot into gears and make those gears spin and things will happen. You immediately have to learn that before you even get to the hub. More Lizard Party. You get to the hub, you have to do a little bit of traversal. You get back to get the plot. You find out, oh, you gotta go to the place with the frogs and the snails. Go forth, be adventurers. And then you will exit out into this lovely scene. This is your first time like going out of the building, basically. Up until that, the entire game you've been in the building or on top of the structure itself. The what no? Huh? I don't know. Beats me. Nothing? And so you'll go through here, and then this is our reminder zone. This is like, hey.
A singular strike.
This is, hey, remember, you have to solve...
Hey, cut it
There you
out.
go. That's what you were looking for. This is, hey, sometimes you need to use that whole gear spinning thing I told you about. This is us learning that.
Damn it, no!
Now that's the one. So I think what we'll do here is we're gonna have like some kind of terrain that's like, oh, I can't jump that high. It's too high for me. Oh, I can't get over here for some reason. Okay, so you can't get up there, but what we're gonna do is let you somehow influence this so that it goes like that, and it's like, oh, well now I can do it. Da-da-da. Is there a treat under it? We should allow you to pass through and like, I don't know, we spin the camera around. Why do you think there's snails, Turtle? Why do you think they're snails? Huh. Hmm. It is a good spot for a secret. I love it when we have good secret spots. Put that kind of towards the back a little bit, so you have to be able to see it. We just need to come up with a mechanic to make it actually tilt, of course. And it's going to be a little bit further down. But then, yeah, it could lead to a whole nother, like, mini zone, kind of like we do behind the waterfall, where it's just like this tiny little room with a little treasure for you. Like, good job, you found it. Way to go. Maybe like there's a fence that goes all the way back, kind of as the background for the whole thing. But if you're noticing very well, you'll see that the fence doesn't extend over here. Fence. Fence. Oh, we already have a fence. Cool. Be like that. Maybe like that. The pity chest. Surely, skilled players will have no such, will not need such a thing. Okay, do that. Boom. There's our fence. Hi, Day. Welcome in. I gotta remember to lean into the mic. Scoot up real close like. I used to have a bunch of... Have a good night, Casual. I used to have a bunch of boxes and stuff I could use to prop up the mic a little bit more. There we go. Right there. There we go. Now we're a real game dev. Y'all, don't let me forget, we're actually going to end stream a bit earlier than usual tonight because I want to actually try to get in the habit of doing raids to people I don't know. But what did I do to my mic? I lifted it up slightly. I bumped it up like 3 inches to get it closer to my mouth. To my mouth. Yeah. And of course, me being me, I'm not gonna just go in blind. I wrote a script to scrape a bunch of data off of the Twitch directory that I can just run on demand in the JavaScript console that spits out a nicely formatted block of data of stream titles, username, and I can go through that later as a list and like, okay, let's check all these people's VODs because I know they're on at the time I would normally be ending stream. So there's my list of potential raid targets. And so I made a list of some people that are on at about the time we're ending stream, and I can compare that against who's online when we end stream, because, you know, not everybody's going to be streaming every day of the week. No, not really. There are some faux pas. Let's see. What's the social etiquette on Twitch that we need to teach Willow about? You can totally just raid people that are doing the same thing as you. However, you do not, if you are going to do that, it's polite to stay a bit after you raid and talk to them and be like, yeah, this is what I do. Oh, this is what I do. And you guys can have a little conversation, even if nobody wants to. It's the social norm. You have to keep things up like that. If you know them already, then it's like, here's my community. Good luck. Bye. Yeah, so it's typically nice as the person who is doing the raid to stay in chat with the person who is receiving the raid. Yeah, raid and run is a common, like, I wish I could talk a bit, but I'm like, I gotta go. So anyway, just thought I'd give you some viewers. Here's my stream community who, by the time that I'm telling you this, have already left. Yes. You can raid people that you don't know. It's very common. A lot of the raids I get are from people I don't know. That's a good way to it's kind of like a big, loud hello sometimes. So your mileage may vary. No. Well, the people that I've been raiding, typically I already know them through someone or directly. That's true. You can actually change that setting. Now, the big faux pas, the thing that you should never do, is in Twitch, you have the option of looking at the list of users in chat. If you do this, you should never acknowledge it. You should never, if you know that someone is connected to the chat channel, whether or not they're actually at their computer watching the stream, you should never ever say, "Oh, look who's here," because typically, if someone is just lurking, yes, they lurk in peace. Lurkers are the lifeblood of Twitch viewership. And they should be left in peace. It's only broken when it's Dupu. That's the exception to the rule. Don't talk to lurkers. There are streamers that I used to hang out in their streams, but in times where their viewership was low, they would strike up conversations with people who on paper are not there. It'd just be like, "Oh, hey, Dobbs, you're in the, oh, hey, Dobbs, I didn't know you were here. I see that you're in chat lurking there. How's it going?" It's like, if I wanted to talk to you, I would talk to you. So I've actually stopped watching that guy stream because he's so bad about it. And I even mentioned it to him, but he's like, "Nope, I'm gonna keep doing it." I'm like, well, that's all I needed to know. Yeah, do not do that. It's like pulling someone's headphones out of their ears. That's what I liken it to. I liken it to. I do not wish to be perceived. So anyway, shoutouts to Commander Root. The joke there, Willow, because I'm gonna explain the joke. Commander Root is a bot, or a series of Twitch tools, and so it is connected to almost every chat on Twitch to gather data for the use of its tool. And so, so if you ever see Commander Root in your list of users, that's not a person. That's not your biggest fan. That is a bot. What are we gonna do? I want to have lots of these. I think it would be cool to have lots of these lying around that you can jump around over. This is fun. This is fun. It's like, yeah, that's cool. A little bit of pipes. You can just hop on them. Yeah, when you have no one talking in chat, that is the true test of mettle of a streamer. Is how do you engage with chat when no one is talking? The answer is rambling anecdotes. Some people prefer observations about the video game itself. Rambling forever and ever. And see, that's a common trick there to fill silence, is when someone says something in chat, you just repeat what they said. It works very well. Yeah. You don't have to even acknowledge it. You can just kind of just say it out loud. And boom, that's it. You wonder why people do that. It's just second nature at this point. Did you know, I just did it to your message just now. He will. It's very fun. Well, see, the nice thing about it, here's one in defense of it, and I don't think anybody's anti read the thing that chat just said, sometimes in an incredulous tone. If you're going to respond to a chat message, some people are not actively reading chat while they're listening in, doing other things. They may be doing the dishes while listening to a stream. And so they're not going to see what you're responding to. But if you read it out first, it provides, it's almost like closed captioning for people who can hear. Strangely, I get to thank the outbreak of COVID for letting me work from home and watch Dupu during the day while at work. Dupu quietly working on the next pandemic to ensure continued viewership. Or writing a regulatory letter. Yes. Or just having a job. I too watch Dupu at work because he is live at the time that I'm at work. He's some kind of Pikachu, so I can see why your boss might think that. Okay, I'm gonna stretch this out. And I'm gonna position this better and scale this better. You know what? No, 0, is fine. Oh, wait, no, it's not, because I need it to be... There we go. But the important thing is that I want... Okay, this one we'll figure out at some point. I want to have some backdrop room. Something like something very Pikachu-esque. Decor. We can use some of these same decor items from the last scene. Let's take out the greenery for now. And the grass on the green. Not bad, not bad. Let's keep that in mind. Get rid of the building. Graffiti, we're gonna drop that for now. It'll be back. We got these big old tanks. Those can be fun. Got these background tanks. Always a blast. Feels a little silly reusing them, but I'm kind of okay with it. This walkway can go. Is it rude to stream at the same time as streamers you know? No, I mean... I know that Germdub specifically set up his schedule. When he started keeping to a more regular schedule, he specifically did it because we were... What were we doing at the time? I think we were doing a Factorio playthrough, modded Factorio, ages ago. and he just didn't want to miss it. That's true. It would be considered very rude. No, if someone you know is on, you do not have to raid them. That's not considered rude at all to just skip raiding someone else. You can choose to raid someone else or no one, and it's totally up to you. But yeah, Al's right. Raiding at the same time as someone you know will split your viewership because typically, if you know them and are friends with them, you're going to have a lot of overlapping viewership. Do what you want. That's the ticket. But yeah, that is the big one. Is you do. It's like, oh yeah, the Venn diagram of our circles of friends. Everyone who is in both of our circles now has to pick which stream to watch or try and split their attention between two streams. And that can be, you know, for some people that's a big deal, for some not so much. You know what? I've got some pictures of factories that I saved. Let's see here. Let's pull some of these up. Okay. Some of that would be good. Some taller tanks with walkways around them. That's fun. Chutes, or like these covered walkways. Both would be good. Let's see here. Any other good exterior? Not much to be taken out of that one. Just some big smokestacks, big funnels, big silo. I think that's a good one to kind of look at a little bit. Because we don't want to just copy paste the decor from the previous room. We want it to be a little bit different. So let's make it a little bit different on this one. What did I like on this? It was the big walkway that's up high. I think that's fun. Paper Robot, a cool role-playing game. That would be a great official title. Cool game. Paper Robot, cool game for attractive people. Wait, that's taken. Crap. Industrial Architecture Simulator. That's a good one too. Just looking at this picture again and again, like, what is happening here? How is this a real thing that exists somewhere? I want to use the same thing but darken it. So we can do a new standard material overlay with transparency enabled. We could throw on one of these other textures and have it as the albedo. Oh, as the albedo. No, hang on. Oxide. Ah, there we go. Except go. Yeah, we can do like that. All right, delete these. So we're gonna make our own different one here. Scale it down. Pull it up. I'm gonna work on that level. Ah, the Kaizo level. Excellent. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. Okay, see, if I was smart here, and I'm not saying I am, what I would do is put this under here. Change its scale to be like 1. Then pop it up, and then transform this one's scale so that I don't have to adjust where it sits on the ground anymore. Let's go big, but then also go bigger. See, now I feel like I do need to... Ah, see, that looks weird. That looks weird there. But I could adjust the size of this, saying do that. Oh, it still stretches that out. That's weird. Not a huge fan of that, but it's fine. This we can scale outward. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, okay. So I need to take this material overlay here, make unique, mess with the scale here on the on the Y value. There we go. Stretch it out. And then we should be able to, there we go. Okay, so that lets us get away with better. Ah, good old Kindle. We could either go big or home, but not both. All right, throw in another cylinder. Not like that. Not like that exactly. Make it slightly bigger. Significantly thinner. See, this is looking good. This is looking good. A rail up on a big... You're not even going to be able to see this, are you? That's the really aggravating thing. All right, throw a rusty texture on this. Boom, easy. All right, bring this down. You see this from a distance. Okay, you can see that. I'm wondering if I should make this like more distant. Let's see. Let's mess with that a bit. Let's take this tank and move it out into the distance a bit more. See, now we can get away with having these like really high up. Not like super high up, but higher than usual. Maybe we go really high, but we scale the whole thing down a bit. So it looks bigger. Like that gives it a sense of scale. The little walkway. The little walkway tells us, oh, that's the size of a walkway, even though it's not. Even though we're lying to the player directly to their face. And then we can duplicate. Do this. We can let those overlap and it's fine. See that? I love the shadow on that. I don't know if it's gonna stand out correctly at the right distance, but I like that shadow a lot. Okay. In front of that, we need some, oh yeah, yeah. Let's get like a, give me a cube. Give me a box. Oh, is that where we're centering this? Okay, take these all and move them here. Okay. And then move this whole thing back. Perfect. This box, give it... Not chain link exactly. Metal grate, triplanar? Yeah, why not? Make this unique. And give it the... oh wait, it already is disabled cull mode. Okay, well, then I guess we're good. We'll definitely raise it up. Cool. That looks neat. And then we are gonna grab one of these boxes. We can just make one of those boxes. That's fine. We're just gonna make another box. Give me a second box, but with a better texture. Let's give it. Yeah. Uncertain backdrop. It's like, what is it? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Let's grab these guys here. These big mystery tanks. What are these? What are these? Tanks. But let's scale these down to better sell the scale. Love it. Maybe some pipes, some big old pipes. Metal pipe set, yeah. Rename that to pipes. It's not doing the thing, is it? Or is it? Oh, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it does this thing. I've been trying. How long have we been live? Okay, I've been trying to get the bot to announce ads when they start. The way I did it is dumb. But I think we'll be finding out here in the next couple minutes if it's going to work. Pipes is here. That looks cool. Yeah, love it. Love it. Let's see how that looks from a distance. We're barely going to be able to see this, really. That is shorter than I expected, actually. Okay. Well, well, well. See, don't really want it stretching that much, but also there's that. Oh, but what if we just do that? Aha. Brilliant. Brilliant. No one would have expected this. Fence. I guess continue fencing. That's probably fine. We'll work on that. Okay. And then there's this one. That one needs to stretch all the way across. A little too far. Beautiful. We'll hide that behind, I don't know, a tree or something. Let's put some of these guys right here. Put that under another decor node. We'll call this one containers. Ooh, it's gonna be a little bit trickier to disguise our true intentions here. That stands out a bit more as like, hey, there's some kind of perspective, something or other going on there. So maybe we don't want that there after all. Maybe I want one more of these big chemical tanks. Hey, it worked. Yay! Finally. Now, if I was smart, I would get that added in to the announce command, but it's fine. Okay, greenery, huh? Want some of these sprites. There we go, and then the ad started. Good. It worked. Everything worked exactly like it should. Is this any good at all? Oh yeah, definitely. This doesn't look great, does it? Let's check it out. Well, you know what? That's fine, actually. That's fine, I think. Maybe we throw a tree in there from room D. It's got some good trees we can borrow. scale it down for the further back ones. This one particularly small. Okay, okay. I think we will put a little bit of grass over here, but not a whole lot. Mostly we're gonna have this area be kind of dirt. Okay, we can get rid of these now. We no longer need these tanks. Yeah, those are gone. Okay, all right. This is looking all right. Kind of like this. I want to put another one of those. I don't know where. Here. I didn't put the trees there. They grew there on their own in this abandoned industrial zone. It's not my fault they're there. Well, I need to be extra careful about making sure that we can't accidentally jump on. Wow, that looks pretty cool. I don't want the player being able to jump on past the fence. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So, what I want. This one is like here-ish. And then this one. Ooh, that ground is not where I thought it was, but that's fine. That's probably believable enough right there. And that way you can't kind of sneak out of this area. And then one right around here. And we'll actually kind of let that overhang a bit, just to make it a little bit more interesting visually. Yeah, that's still on there. It's fine. Okay. So all that to make sure that you're not somehow getting over this. So you can still go under here if we decide to put a little secret back here, but not getting much further than that. Right around there. Yeah, nice. Secret zone. Ow. Okay, next up for our secret zone. So need to make sure. Ooh. Yeah, we're not going back here. This area is off limits completely. What's our backdrop here? Is this where we switch to landscape for... Maybe this up here is where we start switching to farmland. In which case we want one of these fences. So this is going to be metal fence. And then we're going to have a new node to hold our wooden fence, which is over here. Yeah, just like that. Now, if I remember right, I very specifically made this fence just the right size. Yeah, so it's on grid. I can just like snap it over. Super nice. Modular pieces. We'll put a bit of field up here, just to show a little bit of the transition of the landscape. Let's put a little bit over here. Perfect. Maybe we do, whoops, something like this, just to show the terrain kind of folding a bit. You know what? I can make a decent nah, well, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. What does that look like, realistically? That's fine. A little farmland up there. Puts multiple trees back here, and more of this greenery would look good. Just splatter that around. Maybe a little bit of grass growing from on top of here would be good. We'll see about that. Love it. Like we could put something big here. I don't know what kind of set piece we want. Maybe an old like piece of like crane machinery or something. But I again, I don't want a crane to be part of the working stuff that you can mess with in this area. I think we'd go with that. Retaining pond. Now there's an idea. Tab left needs a dirt blob. -0.5 looks pretty good. No, it doesn't. -0.25. There we go. Now we're talking. This is still fine. Move it over a little bit. Make sure we don't accidentally clip it. Entry point. Right around there. How strange. How strange. Oh, a big dirt pile. Big pile of dirt or gravel or something would be good. Like there was construction in the area when everything stopped. So that would be a mesh instance, I think. Is that a cylinder? That is a cylinder. Okay. So we do top radius of 0 and bottom radius of wide. and then just slap a texture on it, and then make a few of them at varying heights. Number of segments, not that many, I don't think would be necessary. Gosh, what is this gonna look like? Let's find out. Let's just give it some random texture we have, and then modify the albedo on it and the scale. I don't even know what this was supposed to be. All right, let's just give that a albedo of some color. Kind of a grayish, gravelly. That's a good little sand pile right there. That's a good sand pile. Scale it up to get more of that, like, layered, those little layer lines there. That's pretty good. I like it. I think I like it. And then scale the whole thing a bit. That reads like a big pile of sand or gravel pretty well, I think. I think that's not bad. Let's take a look from the ground. Just a simple cone. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, that looks the part. I can pull this second one down a bit, I think. There's an invisible something here that we have not yet taken away from our geometry. The barrels. The barrels are still here. I guess we could throw some of these barrels back here, too. Throw those into decor instead. Scale them down slightly. Let's bring this down a bit. I love it. Yeah, it's great. Okay. We need grass on top of this, I guess. We can do that. We can do that. It's okay if that extends past its normal boundaries. All right, throw the grass texture on it. Boom. Grass. Give it some trees up there that are even smaller somehow. And then mostly give it some of these little bushes, which I think are just made of the top piece of the tree. This right here, this Sprite 3D. These can get nice and big. Don't eat up much resource. Okay. This is starting to come together here. It's a scene. It's a bit more of a scene now. I think we will have some grass around here, but not as much. Yeah. All right, we still need to figure out how exactly this mechanism is going to work that's going to tilt this. It may just be remove some junk that, like, it's already weighted this way. We remove some junk and it cling, finally cracks over. Yeah, I like it. I like it. This area is nice and open. There'll just be some enemies running around. You can engage them or not. We need a little bit more something or other to break up the area, I think. But so far, looking pretty good. Does this work? Yes, it does. Cows would be cow people. So far, all the animals are just like people you can talk to. So that would raise some very unusual questions in this world that I don't think we're prepared to answer. Is there a second choice derailment? Bike. I shouldn't have even asked. Very well, it is the bike. Crank this back up. Bike. All right, this is looking all right. I think we're getting somewhere with this. Or wildlife. Well, I'm not gonna cut out this 5 seconds of bike I've already done. That's baked into the cost now. Oh, here we go. Do need to burn out some of this excess energy. Work has been very work lately. So I've had to really buckle down and sit at my computer the whole time and figure weird things out. Not even interesting problems, boring problems. The worst kinds. That's all right. Okay, yeah, the big piles of gravel. Those worked out pretty well. Do a wheelie. Whoa! I wonder if I could. Whoa! Oh! That's dumb. That was dumb. Data entry, yeah. Hang on, chat, we're taking this baby to the moon! Alright, go. It's my dumb bit. How you doing, Captain? Oh. As you can see, the new area is coming along nicely. it's not even going to be like a challenging puzzle. It's going to be you walk up to this shipping container and press a button to interact with it. But I don't want it to be a challenging puzzle. This is chapter 1. You are still learning the controls of the game. But I do need you to like walk over to the shipping container and hit it with your gear. And that does a thing. And then it'll clang. And you have some function to shake the camera a little bit. We need to have some kind of like effects we can queue up for the camera. To really give it that impact when something heavy hits the ground. How early we're wanting to end? Not for another like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm aiming to have about 30 minutes of time post-raid to hang out. That's the goal, at least. Which does cut the amount of work we're going to be getting done down a little bit, but honestly, I think this looks really good for how quickly this came together. This is like barely an hour of work that we did. Because we've done a good job of amassing a library of homemade models and textures that we can apply to multiple situations now. And I think most importantly, we are getting the skill set of how to put those together and create things from scratch that hint at something more complex, like the gravel pile, the big random factory stuff in the background. It's like, that's just a bunch of garbage stuff we've thrown together. That's just a cube and some cylinders. But the eye reads more detail than there is. All right, 5 more minutes on the bike. See what Germ is up to while this is going on. Ah. I should have known. The classic. It's water. Keep it going, keep it going. Let's see. Things that can kind of break up these large flat areas in the middle. What do we got? What do we got? Like these concrete tubes are fun for kind of delineating section 1, section 2. And it can be a fun little thing like, oh, I can jump from thing to thing. That's fun. Oh. Ugh. Let's see, is there anything else I want to throw in here? Like the area is fine. Just a little sparse. Maybe when I add some grass on top of some of the areas, that'll give it a little something. And it would be nice to leave some room for something interesting later. I just don't know what exactly. I might have a silly idea. If we want to go a little goofy with things. It was an old, kind of a demo level that we did ages ago, where I was just showing, hey, here's some ideas I have of you can use this gear in different ways. And it would be nice for adding a little bit of whimsy. If in some way you could raise or lower. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you in 1 minute and 10 seconds. A little whimsy is good, you know? Now this does break up the original idea, though, of the seesaw, which I kind of like the seesaw. Maybe we allow this area to connect in a form of like a three-way intersection later in the game. We could even have a signpost. Like, presumably, supplies have to travel between Frogtown and the city occasionally. Some people are from one or the other and will travel between them. So a signpost makes sense. So we could just have like a straight up three-way intersection, but the wrong way dead ends almost immediately until you have a movement ability unlocked. It's done. All right, let's get back to it. So for instance, maybe we still allow this segment. The pig's invisible, right? I forgot about that. Pig's invisible. Okay, so we still allow this little gag to get up here, but I need to bring this in more, don't I? That looks fine, I think. Okay, but now this is overlapping here in a weird way that I don't like. So we gotta fix that. Like right there. And right there. Okay, we're good. Everything is good again. Everything is super good. Okay, so yeah. So the reason you can't go up this way, or the reason this won't fall down normally, maybe we move this like further this way and down. So it's like, okay, it's very obviously heavier on this side. Why isn't it falling? And the reason is we don't know yet. We're working on it. We're figuring that out. What I want to do is put this at the midpoint, like the actual tilting point here. And then add this under here. So now we can just do this. Okay, so this can move even further left without being a problem. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. There we go. So the reason it's not, the reason it's not tilting right away, that's a bit of a problem there. Tilt tube. Bring him up. I want to make sure that when this tilts, you can very clearly make that gap. So now we got to push this back over a little bit. All right. So what is keeping this from falling over? Like, I'm gonna put a gear spinner here. All right, let's put in a tubes Node 3D, the tilter, which consists of these things. This is the actual effect. So let's grab our gear spinner, add it to this little selection here. Fairly small. Like maybe it's just like barely hanging on there. There's like some support that's holding it up. Some rickety set of pipes or something. Let's grab some of these pipes. These pipe sections. What are they made of? Made of these. Can we build something out of this? It's like not crazy terrible looking. I think we can do this. Then scale this down a bit, up a bit. Right, because of the scale. That's why. Okay, scale this back to normal. Now fix this. Perfect. Now go crazy on the scaling. Like, it can literally be just, like, barely holding this thing up. Could have two of them. Could have two of them kind of doing this number here. Like that. With the gear kind of plugged into this. And then you get to the gear, you give that a spin, you're like, hey, gear, I know how to use these. Click, 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 and then bang, and then the whole thing collapses, and it's very fun and exciting. What about a Rube Goldberg? Like a gear over here that just causes a bunch of collapsing pipes and a barrel, and it's very funny, and then finally it beep, and then the whole thing comes down. That could be fun. Maybe we do that. I want to make sure that whatever we end up doing, it's kind of interesting. What if you have to do a little platforming puzzle to get up to the gear to set the whole thing in motion? Now we're getting somewhere. Now there's a reason for this. Now there's a reason here where you actually have to make these jumps because they are big jump. Okay. I think I've got the idea. I need to make it so you can actually go through these right now. Right now you cannot. There's no actual collision on them. We can actually fix that pretty easily though, because we set them in their own little scene. So what I could do is actually just take this whole mesh and make a collision shape out of it. Boom. Get rid of these. Don't need them. Don't need them anymore. Whee! It's fun. Whee! I'm in a pipe. And I can't fit in that one. Okay, so can I get up here? Yes, which is not great. Can I get up here? No. Good. So I would probably want to make this one a little bit taller. And I want to make these in more of a straight line, perhaps. Because it's cool that they're shaped this way, but it also makes the jumping a lot harder. To do like a half diagonal, like at like a 30 degrees south of east kind of angle, that especially on keyboard where you're having to like stutter step to keep the angle. So maybe we can have some of these more just for fun embedded around until we get to this one here, which is actually something you have to reach for. And you know what? You should have to do it from over here so that you make sure you can see this before, like, you have to get up to something up here to flip the gear. But the only way up is from this side. Let's do this. I love this idea. I love this idea that I'm having right now, which is this. There we go. We're just gonna plug a little extra. Let's make a new version of this, which is the plugged concrete tube, which is going to be almost exactly the same, except the collision shape is going to be, it's going to have an additional collision shape. And we're going to have an additional cylinder added into the mix. How fun, how fun. Okay, like that. Looks pretty good. I want to copy the setup here. Actually, just doing that is fine to kind of highlight that is a different piece of it. And then, yeah, let's just make a collision shape from that. Put it in here with the static body. This is now concrete tube platform. Okay, so get rid of this one. Add in concrete tube platform. Boom. Too high to jump on. We're gonna have to confirm that, of course. How high is too high here? Good, good, good. I want it to be like just a little bit too high. Oh, just kind of like, did I just go onto cat? Did I clip onto cat? I think I did. Maybe not. No, that's the terrain there. Something about that is not great. Okay, we need to fix that, but it looks good. That looks good overall. That looks good. So let's fix the hitbox here. Can I make this? Dang it, I don't think I can. I want to do this. Can I do that? Yes. Okay, good. And I can also get rid of that. Great. Great. Concrete tube platform has got to go. Because it's getting replaced with the new and improved concrete tube platform. Which is not done yet. In my haste, I deleted things I shouldn't have deleted. We both said and did a lot of things that we're going to regret here. Okay. And now take this geometry here. Paste it there. Beautiful. Collision shape. Concave polygon. No, we are getting rid of that. We are just doing a pretty standard cylinder. Looks good to me. Okay, now add concrete tube platform. This is probably going to be a lot better. Super good. Okay. Oh, it's like, oh, I think I can make it. No, you can't make it that way, dude. You gotta jump from this other thing. Guess I'll let you walk in front of it or behind it. Okay, so it'll be something like this is the setup. So you have to see this little thing first. Like, you won't be able to get up here until you have seen, hey, there's a thing here, and then you're like, oh, I want to get up here. That's fine, as long as you can't get across this way. All right, we can move this whole thing over. This, and this can move over about this much, maybe? So these are gonna be like little easy baby jumps. Hold left and just jump at the right time. That one we can make it a little bit easier. Obviously, there's got to be some coins or something to get in here. We need to lower this slightly also, so that it's cool, so that you can walk through it. Without jumping. That's important to me. Wee. Wee. Okay, that can be a little closer to make this jump even easier and babyier. I want to leave so much wiggle room. Further. Yeah, there we go. You got no chance of failing that. I don't know. Never underestimate. Okay, here we go. Little goodies inside, because of course. And then you get onto a platform or something here. Exact construction to be determined. Important thing is it's not a solid, opaque mesh, because it's gonna, like, this is already, like, I don't like this already. I want you to be able to see yourself. If you're walking around back here, it's like, okay, I know where I am, but I don't like how easy it is to lose yourself behind that. Like, wait, where did I go? Oh, here I am. Maybe we put some cracks in it and like some exposed rebar. That could actually kind of look really cool. Gotta write that down. For one of the concrete tube to improve visibility and because it's cool. Okay, so then platform with gear spinner. Rube Goldberg's the shipping container down. So you'll be up here, you'll spin a gear, and you're like, I don't know what this does, but I'm gonna do it. And it's gonna do a thing, and then it's like, I don't know, we'll have like some dominoes or something going on or something. And the effect is eventually that this gets bonk, and then the whole thing just it'll make a very satisfying thud. The doors will swing open in the process, or maybe shatter off completely. I did already make a version of this model where the doors are a separate piece of geometry that can be individually opened. So that's easy to animate. And then, yeah, once that happens, you have yourself a little bridge that leads you right there. I may even make the doors on this side fly off and turn into a little bridge to connect that gap. Because once this swings open, or once this swings over here. Oops, not that one. This one. Not that. Once that happens, it's going to create this little bit of a gap that I'm not a fan of. Because I'm like, your character kind of gets stuck there and you can't really see where you are. So, yeah. I think we can make these doors, one of them at least, fly off comedically and make a nice little bridge. And yeah, then we have a nice little grassy path over here, and that leads us to room C. And that's most of chapter 1's geometry done. Whew. Pretty exciting. This feels doable. I think we're getting really close here. We're not going to do the rebar and exposed crack thing tonight. I do want to see if I can come up with like some kind of basic platform for the construction site. What is that going to look like? All right, first off the top. What if we do... What's that? We got that corrugated metal texture. What if we do that, but also we slap that, slap a little color into that? I guess it doesn't, I guess it could be a Sprite 3D at this rate. Nah, that's fine. It could be a plane. Make it material override. Make this unique for this one. Don't cull. There we go. And yeah, let's mess with the albedo a bit. Why not? What can we do with this? Just make it a little darker. Can make it a bit rusty. That's kind of fun. Okay, let's say that that's what we're doing. What else do we do here? Put it on top of a box. Classic. Scale that like very slightly down. Maybe I will make this a mesh just so that lines up better. Slap on this. I mean, we can see through it, but it's a little bit weird. Obviously, we don't want that to be on the ground. Like, that's a little bit weird looking. Let's take a look. How does this, yeah, you can't really tell. Like that top does not have enough thickness, I don't think. Maybe the chain link and some supports in the corners. So let's take the material, enable no culling, and scale significant. That's fine. Replace this with a box mesh. 2 by 2 by... Oh, all right, I'm scaling it, aren't I? Whoops. All right, get rid of the scale. 2 by 2 by 0.1. So it's got 0.05. It's got some thickness, but it reads decently well. And then give it some just supports. Again, box. 2 meters tall. 0.1, 0.1. That looks fine to me. Plop it right there. We'll give it... There we go. Oh, but now it's kind of... Okay, this right here, scale that down, 0.9. Much better. Embed that in the ceiling a bit. Replace this with 1. Yeah. What texture are we going to use here? Let's use... I like that one. Okay, and then duplicate that. Perfect. I think that should work. It's going to be embedded in the ground. Also give it a static body with a box collision shape. That is 2 by 2 by 2. Perfect. That up just a little bit. All right. I think that looks better. I think the corrugated metal effect is fine. Yeah, do I want it to be a little bit lighter? Or let's see how it reads. That looks all right to me. It's nice and solid. Can't get up there. You can go through here for some goodies. I did. Quite satisfied with it. Might even make this twice the length. Or just add a second platform on here. Just so you don't accident. I could totally see someone just overshooting this, like, whoops. Hey. Hey, you, video game maker. How dare you? Just overlap that. It's fine. Shh, it's fine. I'm cool with that. So what does the gear do exactly? That's the next piece of the puzzle. We'll figure that out next time. Some kind of Rube Goldberg device. You're gonna be able to see this pretty early in the room. I do still want to do like something like this. Just because I think that's fun. I think that's fun. Just to have a little playground of sorts. Separates one part of the room from the next. I think that's cool. Nah, put it back. Yeah. I think that's fun. Cool. All right. Now for the tricky thing of the night, which is finding a raid target. We have Germ Dove as a backup. But our goal tonight is to find someone who's actually doing game dev. If I move it a little bit lower, you might be able to just kind of roll over them. And that would be fun. All right. So I am going to... I've got a little script that I made to quickly grab the list of people that are streaming. Let's see. Can I roll over it? Not quite. Not quite. Maybe if I squish him down. We'll try some things in a little bit. All right. So here we go. Run this amazing script, maybe. Copy. Paste. All right, that does give me information. And now I can take these people and say, count if in this range. I know you guys can't see this happening. It's okay. Don't worry about it. This will tell me which of these people are currently in this list. 2 of them. Okay, this guy was doing Unreal Engine 5. This guy was doing a 3D platformer. Let's see here. Where is he? Where is he? Gosh. Firefox. Find. Okay, I'm gonna pull these up. And then I'm gonna look at them for a bit. And see who we're going to check out tonight. Okay. That was dumb, overbuilt solution, but it worked. Gotta let the ads play out. Okay, so this guy is doing Blender. And according to my notes that I took, this guy had some impressive looking 3D animation that, as far as I can tell, may be completely done from scratch. He looks quite competent in Blender. The other guy, Unreal Engine 5, making a, let's see, making a run around landscape, fly around kind of game is what I saw earlier. I've never played Genshin, and I know very little about it, but it seems vaguely like that. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, this guy I'm getting a very... Okay, one of these guys I've got a ton of lag, according to Twitch. Okay, it's better. Latency was rough. I love this song. This one's a good one. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm looking at Needleful and JedM in Z. JedM in Z has one person in chat. Let's see if I can turn up the quality here. Boy, I am doing a great job of just doing a raid. Look at me go. Just doing it. Let's see.
Maybe not a big soft raid.
He's doing some cool stuff in Unreal. I don't know a lot about Unreal is the thing. I played with it like once. Hey, Al. Al, I've got my spreadsheet up. I'm looking at our potential raid targets. It's going good.
We could then set roughness to 0, for example.
This guy's not really talking at all. Let's go. All right, let's do this guy. You missed most of the stream. Yeah. So here's area B. It took a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with it. I still need to add the grass. But we finally figured out the idea is going to be that you're going to go through this area. There's going to be a few enemies to avoid or encounter. You will catch sight of this shipping container. Whether or not you'll do anything with it immediately and investigate, don't know. Then you have to do this very treacherous platforming puzzle to get to the gear. Spinning it will kick off a whimsical Rube Goldberg thing with a bunch of junk in this area, like dominoes stacked up or something, that will eventually knock this out and crash this down, doors swing open, and then you can proceed into Area C, transitionary points somewhere around here. Very whimsical. It's going to be great. It's going to be a pain to animate, but I think it'll be very cool. I will probably not, because my Switch is not even up here. During Little Toadette's sickness, we moved that downstairs. All right. We're going to do a raid to someone doing game development. So, according to my notes, this guy seems to be very competent with modeling and Unreal Engine 5. And that's about all I know. I basically just made a big list of people who are streaming about this time of night during the week. And then I went back and, peeked at their VODs for, 5 minutes to figure out if I could just glean any information about them. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna maybe learn a thing or two. I don't know. Next stream will be on Sunday. I probably won't have time to work on this off stream until then, so it's pretty much gonna look like this. We'll clean it up a bit. We'll figure out this big animation. That's gonna be the set piece of this opening area. I do have an analog in mind from Thousand Year Door of what this kind of represents, so I know what I'm up against, and we'll blow Thousand Year Door out of the water, or its early chapter 1 platforming puzzle thing. No problem. Have a good night, everybody. Hope to see you next time. I'll see you over there in the other channel. Wow, we're doing a real raid. Bye.